nhớ rong sai xong mình sẽ cái tiếng cha cho mọi thứ chuyện nhớ tập vào tập trên lúc này là Thursday là những lúc tiếp long là sẽ kêu họ luyện lúc chùa lì tỷ chi ở phần này của bao rong xe tuần chi này số của chùa họ program này giờ của luôn trong Minneapolis họ program cho sáu tuần chùa WIXK ít chi cho son thìเราphát hiện thiên tình là sáu tuần chùa nhớ tập luôn trong sinh hoạt lúc này giờ ít họ chú sinh choประเภทที่ท่าสูงchùa nào một tổ hợp chú sinh nhớ tập luôn trong Minneapolis của Marie New York của tổ hợp chú sinh nhớ tập số của chùa lúc nào有时他早点好多 Minneapolis 被我给把脚的知道还做 employment training 给把脚做把个都听还做用铁好路诶，有冇上派做好路吧？用铁好路吧？给个用家庭里把到跟铁到好路用意，铁把到跟把到路上跟冇上派，那有冇话铁就好路个神铁神杀我天热我呢？诶，弄到人要了好。sau tuần cho nó Maria quý tu pun nhớ đó tàu luôn trong Minneapolis employment training nia tu industry relations manager nhớ đó họ luôn trong Minneapolis employment training nia cũng tu khoa chữ sinh nó 我得找来我找着那叫你要自己讲要到发到这，要达到这车，但是那了一样高的，我讲要到好旅，你们少通做 WXK 一直个说呢，找龙中 Minneapolis 个 program，那我找着你都找本地的老你说过做呢，哥伦比亚美国也是呀，我好旅要龙中 Minneapolis 手机比较崩不了，呀啦，他们这个人。要的好，不如theo 我好旅顺干了，要 department 我 neighborhood community relations department，我都是懂得多要找一哦。被二下二一被送照耀，被二下二一被送，有冇得去给出生嘅那个好好，而且还给讲到给烂路，给都讲事，给我姐鸟到个话个这给我落晒知道，你好可能马路这你好中明年不是，你好去不乱给你三到古塔，你胡说东多古了到的嘛。啊呀，你还得我你这乱给了呢，古东这给半年路中明年不是这都累年到嘞，都 number 年到呀，北一。ini ada kusan dah itu lah hai ut lumong si tha bi de ku chi pa luang kin la la yi mo ne jam chua la ya de jam wa chua lu dah itu hai lumong e kat ne ki tau ki pa chua cho li lu shin cha e mo da china de hu ku na cho sa tong do zhou yi o bei o xia o yi bei su zhou yi o bei o xia o yi bei su 手会做呢在到都莫呢奥米都在路子搓手被莫了手会做了那个音都把被搓手 very professional 也对了也得一度我包把车吃不了还是很的交通做 WXK 一起就说那天是当然的 Welcome to Maria please help us welcome to WXK to you and your whole department and the beautiful awesome work that you guys are doing help us our listener understand who you are and what the work that you and your department are doing for the city of Minneapolis, all of its residents. So share with us.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. What a pleasure to be here with you today and to join you on WIXK. I am so excited to be talking to your listeners and to our Hmong community in Minneapolis and the surrounding area today about employment and training. My name is Marie Larson, and I work in the Employment and Training Division in Community Planning and Economic Development. And we in Employment and Training have the opportunity to work with our community residents to assist you in getting information and resources you need to connect to careers and to employers in Minneapolis and in our area. We also help those Minneapolis businesses and those that are looking to make hires to connect to you. So my job as the industry relations manager is to be that matchmaker, the connector that brings that all together.
我哩那天我做个的了木叫古的了木叫你他说我说做的呢做如是等做 WISK 天做一种弄出来做的天不种学行我古的了木他说手或手做呢做还能蒙天做好比弄种 Minneapolis 呢一古弄背后 Mary Larson 天古要多么这个分析我吧这真能天啦这个我真能我来啥东个一真能我好了了接着了这个个这一这啦个的天要这古了木做谁做就都差多做这个天天好了天把ตัวนี้天好了天นะเจ็ดที่เราในเป้าเดียกูต้องเชื่อแห่งวันนี้เราเจอกูตัวนอนเป็นจะเกเทียอะไรเดียอยู่เจ้าเทียเราในส่วนในตัวมือเกิดเจ้าเขาเหลืออวดเทียไอ้กูต้องเชื่อแห่งถ้าเราจะนอเทียย้อนป้าไปจะละไม่เป็นสิ่งส่วนในตัวจนมันเทียกับตัวจะละกากับจงอว
Maria, if somebody asks me, help me understand what the City of Minneapolis Employment and Training does. Help us understand in basic terms, what do you do? Who are you working with? How are you providing the support? So help us understand. Kia Maria, trong Minneapolis training, thiên là your employment hit training. Sa lo ho lu, wo ba le mi bi sang yo. Yo ra chi, ha ke be bi, ro bi chen ti ke tin chan so hu ju.
That's a great question, Michael. Thanks for that. It's probably important to know that there are resources out there for people who are looking for jobs, from people who are looking for their first job they've ever had. They're brand new to work. Maybe you're looking for their first job in the community at a neighborhood restaurant or someplace that's nearby home, all the way to people who have been out there working for a while and are looking for something new, right? Maybe looking to get into a new career, or you're getting started and you know that you're going to need more training and skills to keep on going. That's where we come in at Employment and Training. We're here to help our communities and our residents to know that we've got resources available that are funded by the City of Minneapolis to help our residents to become prepared for jobs today and in the future. Those resources do include training. So as the name says, employment and training, we help with jobs and also that training to get to the next step in the careers. So what's good to know is that we offer through community providers, some of whom you may already have heard of, but I can talk more about who they are. But we've got locations in the city of Minneapolis where folks can go to get assistance with preparing for a job and preparing for training to get to that next step in your career.
Lina khi Michael có là luôn luôn có gì là lùa chuyện kiến cứ gọi đi hay sao cũng luôn luôn hơn lử là muốn cho là mấy bé sinh cho nên ngồi nhỏ ít bao nhiêu là nó là muốn theo làm gì cả thì chỉ là hai tiếng cho thơ cho họ lử cái nhỏ quá tí uống sữa cái chỉ bao uống đi trà rồi lấy ra tiền giờ cho họ lử tí rồi tiền rồi nó có đi khoai uống đô la lử thì chỉ có giờต้องการจะเกิดเกินแล้วเกินเดิมมูลส่วนสีเอกก็จะเขาหรือที่เรียนใจทำได้จู่ๆนะเจcòn đấy giờ cũng luôn luôn họ lử vì hai tia这个八天họ lử cái cỡ của họ lử nào mà giờ lò bé tao ít quân như là họ bé luôn trong Minneapolis nó giờ ấy là sao mà ba giờ là mấy bé sinh nhau bé luôn trong nó cái là cỡ thiên kia ít thành đấyจู่nó giờ chỉ không nói giờ có chuyện kinh bé mua cái kia của họ lử bé mua cái ba cho nên cái cỡ mua là ở cả cho ít cho providers bé mua thiên ít thế nào cũng mình thả mình chỉ cho nó chân nên của bé mua cái cũng tệ cho họ nó cái thao thì chỉ bé lúc học thiệt thiệt giờ là một ba bé chỉ là mấy bé sinh cỡ là vậy cái dù là một thiệt cái tao cả qua nó nói
Thank you so much, Maria. Maria, someone is looking for a job right now, and that individuals wanted to know what you and your team in the city of Minneapolis, what resource do you have specifically for this individual that is looking for a job right now? Nhờ tiền ta xin nói ít thôi ta tòn chia hậu lử ta xin nói là em nhờ tiền sắp bao giờ oli có tiền có ba phần này ni lúc chơi hậu lử nhau trong Minneapolis này cho cái ba chuột trong nữ em nhờ tiền hậu lử ta xin nói nó giờ là chỉ có thà được.
So I'll start with something called CareerWorks, and that's a program that will help people get a job. So let's just say right now you're not working, or maybe you have a part-time job, or you've been notified that you need to get another job by your employer. CareerWorks helps people to do the basics in getting ready, right? So this is where you can go to get that help with understanding what jobs are out there. What's in demand today? How can I use the skills that I have to get a new job, and how can I get connected to employers that I might not know anything about today? Our services are here to help you to make those connections and to meet people that you need to have in your network who you haven't met yet, right? We're here to help you do all those things. Prepare for networking, prepare to have those conversations with employers and learn about jobs, what's growing, what's in Minneapolis, what's our future, to create a resume, to feel confident about going to an interview, and everything that it takes to apply for a job. That's CareerWorks. That program is an important resource for individuals that are looking for work.
Okay, now here I tell na ke ba you ke be mo in khai ke po the career works na ya. Mo bi si hai tia ya tia ka chi mo ho lu la ya tia ka chi mo ho lu la ya ka ho lu part time na ya. Ai ka sa la mun tie za ho lu lo la ya tia ka lo ho lu na ni chi mo ho lu da ka wa la ka yan tie za ho lu chia na career wise yeah lo cái cái bài kiểu ở bây giờ mua ba cho cái yun cho cái sao là chỉ thả yun ba cái quan tao tới cái tao tao sai thì còn đây nó bản nên nó lớn thì thế làต้องการตัวนี้จะว่าเขาหรือจะแล้วอยากจะยอมป้าก็มูโจจะเขาหรือเชียแล้วยอมมันเราอยากกี่ป้าจวนถ้าก็สวยถ้าจะนั่งวัวก็一直知道快包多了了天แล้วยอมมันจะกี่ป้าจวนเจ้าก็แล้วมูป้าก็เกิดจะเดีย gần đây nó có dùng một sập ha họ lười trong này chả giờ ba cho có cho họ kể thì em ba cho luôn đang giả bị xua nhá luôn trong Netflix nó vì mua cái giả vì ba cho nên đến tạo resume của thằng này muốn chụp để chụp về cho họ luyện tạo thiệt ba này cho thầu này là một sập ha lôi ở muốn trong cái này chẳng thìเขาluyện tạo thế cho nên là tí đi giả thế do về career work do cái ba của giờ ba nó này ปีก็ตัวนั้นเนาะวันที่ปีจะเขาหรือเชียได้เกิดจะแต่ได้หนึ่งเชียที่จะเขาหรือเชียนั่นเอง
And Michael, we have even more beyond CareerWorks. I would add a couple more if you don't mind. Our Career Pathway training program is helping people who would like to go get more education, maybe some certifications, some more credentials, and just some more skills to get into even higher level jobs to increase your career prospects, to help you to advance in your career and to meet your longer term career goals. That's called Career Pathways. And as long as you're 18 or over, you can get into Career Pathways to continue to build those skills and advance in your career. The other one I'll mention too is really similar to what we're talking about with CareerWorks and with training, in that it's a specialized program for people who have been what we see like laid off, or you lost your job, no fault of your own. Maybe your job was eliminated or something happened at your company and you need to get another job. That's a really specific type of a program that's called dislocated worker programming for people who find themselves out of work. And so that's another option. We do have, we can talk a little bit more about like where you would find all of this, but I would just note that inside of these programs too, we have some youth programs, and we can talk a little bit more for those who are under 18. Actually, those go up to age 24. So that's another special youth program, 18 to 24, for those young adults.
Only now, here we are talking about the Michael. You could just say that here, one day I get back you on the more called the career pathway. 这个back you on my your part，就講話一摸在後來來的是了什麼個，到跟的個一個一些日為了。里mua khả năng là muốn chỉ có tôi cho họ lựa thể nhé lấy giờ thì tôi cho lựa rong rơ thì ta là lựa rong này nhà bị xóa thì lấy giờ thì ta cho lời giả tận tên cái chậu chưa là tôi học thiệt thì vì cũng muốn sẽ kỹ bác chùa thì cho dẫn đến ngồi giờ thì là bóng làm bóng cả là việc thì là chúng họ lựa rong này qua là thì thành là lựa qua thì dislocated and thế là nãy giờ cái bác chuẩn nó cái do ba cho cho nên lỡ xa tôi muốn chia là cả tiếp với cũng mà là giải cái bác chuẩn cho cái túi sai lúa mà anh nhau nên là có gì cho một đôi này gặp nói chung kia ý thứ bé mà đi thả tuần gì cho nó là cái bác chuẩn lên là nó theo
Maria, there is a very important support that I am aware of. It's called technical trainings. Help us understand what technical trainings and what kind of trainings are available for job seekers, someone who's looking for a job right now or in the process of thinking of moving to getting a job. Help us understand and share those training support with us. 係真的一個正經就俾我們有 technical trainings 啦，有好就好了個我聽有好多 Minneapolis，他佢哋必須考有 training 或者幾把做呢，有得去有把做啲呢，到當時好了呢，他都你自己啲就必須會做啦。
Absolutely. That's a great question. So technical skills are training programs that help in a certain industry sector and occupation to learn skills that are really specific to a job or occupation. So a good example of that might be somebody who learns how to be a nurse. There are particular skills that go with being a nurse that you can learn partially in the classroom and that you really learn partially on the job and through what they call like clinicals, right? Meaning you get out into the work floor, you get some guidance and you learn how you practice that. So technical skills are often hands-on, they're practiced, and they're things that you actually do in the work environment. There are technical skills in many different types of occupations. IT, driving, right? Like when you get a driver's license, you're really learning a technical skill, right? So that's a good example of how in career pathways, we have funded different types of technical skills training, and we've done it based on the input that we get from our businesses in Minneapolis and the surrounding areas, so that we know that technical skills, those technical skill career pathways you could go to, actually lead to jobs and employment in our Minneapolis job market, which is great news, right? So we've got several training programs. I'm just going to tell you just a few right away. We've got training programs in manufacturing. We have 3 right now in healthcare. We've got 2 programs in business and office support jobs. We also have programs in home energy efficiency, arborists, which are tree care, human resources, natural hair care, so like that beauty industry. There are some of these trainings do have a little bit of online, which can be nice for like working parents or people who like that idea of being able to do some on your computer from wherever you'd like to do the training from. But most are actually offered in person because, as I mentioned, you're like learning skills, watching somebody do it, doing it yourself, demonstrating competencies, and that's what technical training is all about.
Dạ cái là mà mày cơ có lần nó có dễ là lựa chọn cái cứ hay thế nào what technical skill nó giống gì thì giờ chắc cái gì tệ ua mà tao dạy cái bài chùa ua giờ là một kia chắc cái cờ chắc là ua lấy cho họ lựa nó mất bị sự cái thứ nên không mò là thứ nên nurse này giờ thì giờ rồi nó thì rồi là một cờ chắc cái thì ua thứ năm mồi rồi nhà thì sẽ là cái tệ một cờ ua thì giờ họ lựa này nóอยู่ตลิกาไปกูมั่วส่วนจีนตาใหญ่กี่ป้าจัวปีจิลิฮัตเตียไอทีเราได้ยาเกิดจัดใช่เราถ้าเรามูเสาเทียจัดใช่แต่อยากรู้น้อยยาจะเกิดเทียเรามูโจเราจะฟันเบสเราต้องมั่วเราอย่างเงี้ยเทียป้าโจจะน้อยยาเราอยาก technical skill เทียกี่ป้าจัวยาไปลงทุ่งแหลบเลยเนาะโจจะล้วนหลัวเรามั่วจะเกิดเทียสนามจะเกิดเทีย technical skill กับ pathway ยาcái cỡ cho cái ô la ô cả lấy cái tiền cho hồ lửa tới lần tới cái ô lần cái tiền một cỡ muốn tao giờ ta chỉ nó kít xứ mà bây giờ mua từ manufacturer ya bây giờ là cái bàiตัวcho nó healthcare cái không có con kinh là một chỗ tiền ở có program là cho nó cái ô la lúa thì home energy airborne thì airborne nó vậy thôi ô đó một cỡ cho nó cái tuôn tung là cái rồi nó kia là một trò thì here in beauty là nhập nó họ cái của cái rong cao là một trò thì bên mua cái cỡ cho họ online thì chỉ phải đầu thì yếu một cỡ tiền chơi tiền mua thì cái cỡ cái tệ cái là một của cho là tất cảเลยthì
Maria, thank you so. Yes.
Could I add just one more to that? The
Yes.
apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is a special type of technical skills training program. I just wanted to mention really quickly that we have a new apprenticeship outreach office that's really formalizes that technical training program, and we'll be opening very soon at our North Minneapolis Career Force location. Apprenticeships are really important paid training for people to get into a structured training to move to a new career level. So more to come on that.
vì nó thế của sản chỉ con thiết là hồ địa apprenticeship thiết còn là nói apprenticeship thiết bên mua ít cái bài chữa trong đó nó vì vậy khó chứ sinh cho cái cỡ 真的我一直拉感天比较黑是晒的那呢，因为路 North Minneapolis 了可瞧的天你也好啊，人哋即係冇夠天等啲那邊話啲即係嘅有黑可能，就那邊在幾百條就就那邊被成村咗。
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maria. That's awesome. One of the things that is very important in finding a job is a resume and cover letter. And someone who's looking for a job right now, the program that you just mentioned, the pathway that you just share with us, the skill sets that need to be in place. Do any of these programs help people to prepare and get a resume ready and cover letter and any other tips ready for looking for a job? 依個正正出嚟係甚至好留意咗啲 resume，啲 cover letter，我個三模一個啲你要睇到就好聯絡嚟啲你包啲到個審判要啦，有嚟就 program 啦，就幾把做個人好談談的啦，你爸爸就幾把做的爸爸能收 call 你就 resume 啲就 cover letter 啲。
We sure do, and that's very important. Yes, absolutely. Getting prepared, getting all of that ready, understanding the application process. There can be, these days, many steps. Sometimes employers want you to do things during that application process as well, such as perhaps get onto a system to fill up your application online. If you would like some advice and tips on how to best present your skills and your interests and your in being able to put all of that into an application as well as in a resume, we do have Career Force in North and South Minneapolis. The North Career Force location is at 800 West Broadway, and that South Career Force location is at 777 East Lake Street. So encourage people to check both of those out. We also have other programs where people can get supports too with filling out their application. So we can talk a little bit more. CAPI, Hired and Jewish Family and Children's Services, should mention, do have counselors on premises in those programs that do provide translation in Hmong and in English for people who might need that as part of that process. So yes, we absolutely do have services and resources available.
Yeah, mà tất cái bác chùa là cho biết mua khăn gầu đi nói rõ hay cho nó tất cái bác chùa bây giờ biết của này nó đầu resume thìจะ cover letter nó có yêu có trình kiến hàng kia như thế hay thì yêu thìต้องการtất cái bác chùa trong đầu thì giờ là một ban này đènต้องtới nó thổi này là một sắp phát thì tới cho là lùa lấy tới cho tuổiช้าmà lấy ต้องการก็ร่างก็มาจนเรารู้สึกสมันไหลที่mà lấy biết mua tới nó tới nóที่như nó hậuที่là cái biết muaเราอยากเก็บบ้านเจ้าของเนาะเรามูเจ้าของเดียยนพัวเต๋อจังแล้วก็ได้จุยกีที่ก็จะเก๋我ก็ยิ่งเป้าที่เกิดเดียเราบริจาคเลยที่อยากรอนเราไปมั่วเก็บบ้านเจ้าก็ไปมั่วเก็บเจ้าเจ้าก็ที่ไปมั่วร่วมกันนี่เราแต่นวดที่เซาท์เนี่ย plus ที่รู้นี่เราเนาะยีปัว Broadway Avenue เต๋อแล้วที่อีรู้ห้องการนี่เราเนาะชา East Lake Street เนี่ยที่อยากจะมุ่งเต้าอยากเก็บบ้านจวนนี่เราเนาะ我要找shareตัวเองตัวบ้านในที่cái mua cho cái bát chùa cho là cho chùa lâu rồi thì cho là hãy nâng thiên cái có mua thì cho mong xả lựu nhớ đồng tờ có bát xả lựu trong này do thì nàyต้องการcái bát thiên thì do cơ bên mua cái bát chùa rồi tên nọ thiên.
Thank you so much, Maria. 我中文到 Maria ก็จะรู้ก็ถามที่ก็มั่วปามจะเราเคลียร์ตอนนี้ที่ตัวนึงจะโชว์ให้จว We will take a short break halfway through our show. We will take a short break and be back in a few minutes after a folk song. So hang tight, don't go anywhere. 这个等下必须了，要必须那天弄一下也说他别马达个老师谈论到 Maria 还做 employment here training resource。你要说会做呢，好 program WIXK 一起就是路中 Minneapolis 的啥东做。Thank you。大家别马达个老师那个。
We're at the Imperial Hotel and Conference Center in Korat, Thailand. So this is our first morning training, and here we got the two coaches, Gary and Jeremy. So take it away, guys.
Yeah, like Neng said, we're here. Our competition starts tomorrow, September 1st. We're just kind of getting acclimated to the weather. We're going to force the players to sweat a little bit this morning before we eat. Just work a little bit on teamwork, basic skills, and kind of observe who's playing well, what needs to be talked about, what needs to be discussed before our first official competition match, which is tomorrow. Yeah, let's get to work.
All right.
My name is Kerr in English. My Hmong name is Go. Last name is Cha. My last name in Hmong is Zhang. Position I play is server or tekong. I am from the state of Minnesota.
My name is Jim Tao, and my Hmong name is Da. And then I play for a striker, and I'm from California.
My name is Nguyen Thun. I'm from Indiana. I play for U.S. national team striker.
Hello, Yamila Kriblumu. My name is Chris Mu. I'm playing tekong and spiker. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa.
Hi, my name is Alex Vane, and my Hmong name is Wakuwa. And I play as a spiker from Minnesota.
Hello, Yamila Chai-tho. My name is Chai-tho. I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm play feeder.
Hi, my name is Kuo Vang. So the feeder play U.S. International, and I live in St. Paul, Minnesota.
My name is Ura. I play as a feeder. I live in Omaha, Nebraska.
Hello, my name's Gary Kramer. I am the hoops coach from California.
Hello guys, my name is Jeremy Merkin. I am head coach for Team USA, and right now I live just north of Austin, Texas, but from California.
Nroog在这个的人家的安装的是他说会叫的是那阿姆被叫了也印章的别好 program 了 WXK 一起就送到了把香港路上头叫天龙中 Minneapolis 好 program 我龙中 Minneapolis 是他就是会叫那中 Marie 的贵的朋友我好了我给你龙中 Minneapolis 还做 employment training resources 了也给把叫到路线天好了哎这个浪中的是他说会叫那 Marie are any of these programs that you share with us what services provided in Hmong? 叫了我 program 咧给把脚刚贴着贴谈到边咧这个东西说我叫那那不要是把脚还我路蒙把饱了要还路安吉的菜路蒙是饱了要你家谈开了不是
Yes, we do. And I actually have some names of organizations. Would it be okay if I share who they are and their phone numbers? Would that be appropriate? The
yes.
Phone too?
Yes,
okay.
please.
All right. So the good news is that, yes, we do. We've got providers that offer services in Hmong. And the first of those is called Hired. And that organization's phone number is 612-808-9500. Again, 612-808-9500. The second organization is called CAPI, which stands for Center for Asian and Pacific Islanders. That phone number is 612-721-0122. Again, 612-721-0122. And the third agency that I want to talk about is called Jewish Family and Children's Services of Minneapolis. And that phone number, if you'd like to call, is 952-546-0616. Repeating that one more time, 952-546-0616.
Olina thia ya ta ma mai ko go khira ka pa dia pe mo cho con hồ nhớ nó đợt nó thia ai ku sak khira ni pao pa ti in no wala mo sai luôn trong nên chị yo higher yo ta con hồ wa pa cho cái phiền chuyện đó là nó thia là tu sa tông yo trâu y o yi xuân yi chưa trí xuân trâu y o yi xuân yi chưa trí xuân lúc con hồ thia o là nó lúc vừa thia capi thia Central Asian Center for Asian Pacific Islander ที่สุดต้องยอดเจ้าอีอ้อชาอ้ออีส่วนอีอ้ออ้อเจ้าอีอ้อชาอ้ออีส่วนอีอ้ออ้อเที่ยวลูกของเขาที่เป็นนั้นได้เราหรือว่าเดี๋ยว Jewish family ที่จะ children ที่นั่นนะยอดหรือตัวสุดต้องยอดจั่วชีอ้อชีปลอเจ้าส่วนเจ้าอีเจ้าจั่วชีอ้อชีปลอเจ้าส่วนเจ้าอีเจ้า
Marie people will say, hey, what about young people? Do you have resource specifically for youth in through the work that you are doing? Well, in Nepal, mua cho cái ba chuột cho lúa thế là cho youth là giờ thì lần họ sản xuất lúa là xã cờ là sáng là một小或者呢那部叫 program 叫给八九呢啊容易讲。
Yes, we do. And I am happy to talk to you about several of those. So when we talk about youth programs at the city of Minneapolis, we're normally starting at age 14 and about the age of 24, but I'm going to talk about one here that goes all the way up to age 28 as well. But normally 14 to 24 is what you would see in youth and some in really young adult programming. So the first is called Step Up. And Step Up is a summer youth employment program providing work readiness training, career exploration, and some paid work experiences for Minneapolis youth who are ages 14 and up to 21. Secondly, we have Minneapolis Youth Works, and that is available not just in the summer, but year-round through the school year and throughout the entire year. It provides employment assistance programs for in-school youth and out-of-school youth, ages 14 to 24. There are some income qualifications on that one, but for the most part, again, this is going to be a place to receive support with education, training, and employment support. So kind of back to those same themes, but just geared toward the youth audience. And then the final program I want to talk about is Journey Forward. And that's a program designed to help justice-involved Minneapolis youth and young adults who are between 16 and 28, providing wraparound services to help to overcome any barriers to completing education and to gaining and to retaining employment.
Olina thia hay chân là cái bác chừa cho tuấn xài lùa thia mon tàu nữa nhỏ tỉnh tàu mà biết ấy u hơi lên cho mi nhỏ mà nhung đi được gặp lão chồng rồi nên gặp lão chồng là một trò tiền nên gọi gì xong thia ấy cái mà thảm mình chỉ chân là khó nó thia chứ sinh sao mà biết mất khó tiền gặp lão chồng rồi nên gặp lão chồng cho tuấn xài lùaแล้วเดี๋ยว step up program เที่ยนะจะเก็บประโยชน์นะมันเดี๋ยวป้าจะต้องใช้หนัวโจหมูเขาหรือโจทุกอย่างทุกชอถอดผ่านเต้าผ่านเตยเลยbây giờ mua cho cái ba cho lỡ giờ thấy như cho lỡ một cỡ thia một hoa lịch thia là một tiền thấy như cho lỡ cho cái cỡ hoa là cả thia là nó nhỏ cái mua hồi cái ba chỗ thì nó ba giờ tuần sau là một Minneapolis Youth Works program thia cho cái ba chỗ là nó nhỏ ba giờ tuần sau là hoa hoa lử ý dùng phương chi thì nó nhỏ chị ba giờ mi tụi mình nhỏ hoa hoa lử hoa thầu là chuyện cần tới là một rồi thầu là tận tới thiên là nó chị chứ sinh cha rồi cho nhỏ tụi mình nhỏ tuần sau lúa một cặp lót chồng một đôi này cặp lót chồng này nó nhỏ tuần gì bây giờ thầm một giờ tiền là cái ba triệu khu journey forward thiên sau này tao cho nó một cái trâu cho một đôi này gọi gì cho nó thiên là nó gì còn nó là cứ giờ mua cái ba là thiên chứ sinh cha ya ba cái sai sharing chỉ cho lỡ gần như cái ba cha đó lỡ cái chùa là cái cần tới chờ tiền một tí nữa chỉ là有八车车的那个了么事啊，就是这个跟的目前那个打的也是那的，这个了么还做这Minneapolis Youth Force 那么，头我了有我是拍的没有个不知道什么的那个个不知道什么的那个不知道什么，了有个晒的晒热天有的夏天了那有的看到喏，不帮咱唱了呢，被这个被我被我。giờ cái cần tao cần tới một cỡ qua lao cả thế cái sang cả rất là cái cần tao cần tới là này nhở.
Thank you, Marie. Marie, what about employer? Do you have resources for them as well? To maybe to help them to keep retain people who are working for them. 还做了叫追逐我拉落一两点，就那我好里头了呢。我连你不莫给把脚到来个了哈莫包贴了哈了莫我莫给抽了来了莫多，就那我了点都莫好里头来了，我到了叫 company 破了，我到了路不里啥，你不莫给把脚到来的。
We sure do, absolutely. So if you are an employer and you're out there today and you're hearing this information, or maybe there are some things that you as an employer are hearing about today that you're like, oh, you know, I should tell my employer about this. I want to bring a few things up that I think are important just to know. So first of all, we sure do. We are here to help employers to locate these very talented residents of Minneapolis and our Hmong community, people in Minneapolis that are looking for those next steps in their careers and those opportunities. We're here to make those connections. We help to organize and to sponsor hiring events. These are going on all the time, year round, several times a month at our career force locations in Minneapolis, as well as others of our providers that we've talked about today. There are hiring events that we help to get employers to meet our communities and our job seekers. Secondly, we do actually have something called the Talent Development Program. And that's a resource for employers to get assistance through the city of Minneapolis to bring in training dollars to help to upskill or develop their current employees. So if I'm working for an employer, or I am an employer hearing today, I'm like, oh, I would really like to be able to train, right, my workers to do something else. Maybe I've got a new technology now that I'm working with in my company, a new piece of equipment. Maybe in my industry, there's something new that's coming up that I want to retain and retrain my workers for. That's called the Talent Development Program. And you can reach out to me directly for more information on how to get started with that. Finally, skills-based hiring. This is a really important resource for employers that are like kind of rethinking and reworking how they do their hiring plans, right? Back in the day, when we weren't in today's, tight labor market, employers could maybe ask for things like advanced degrees or other credentials. These days, we see employers really wanting to like rework that and rethink that, and really come up with the best hiring strategy based on the skills they really need, right? Hiring on skills versus on credentials. That's called skills-based hiring. And that's like a newer offering from the city of Minneapolis. It is free to employers to do that as well. So these are all no-cost employer resources that are out there to help with hiring, retention, and development of employees.
Only here có lo take cái idea ya cái là mà bên mua nó cho cái Malaysia là ya idea là cho sự chiếu ở sản triển hiện ô hoa luyện kia là nãy giờ chỉ có chỉ chính chấp lời chỉ biết bông đâu ya cái yêu bao thiết sang cả chẳng hạn đồ ở biểu trái này mua là ở cả thì ya rồi nó kia bên mua cho hạt địa ya địa có vậy tôi nên ở hoa luyện cho ít lúc là sáng lâu là ya ở hoa luyện cho ít là cả từ ở cái sáng một kia nó có từ nên我好了周我告路我告我好了周路不了三轮天那这个一名贴着了包的呀，被摸到呀给摆就我有了么操，这了就了没被省贴着呢我好了要luôn trong mình bớt nó贴，被摸可能有了么把操了贴。贴bị chỉ là贴do贴cú wa ilu la lo ta shi no cú yên贴ต้องcái đó nên là một cỡ cho họ để chia là như贴cỡ cho cái đi chia họ bị lu la lo no ai cú sa cái là cỡ thế nó bị lu trong này plus no nhưng mà cái ba贴有共定cho nó cái la lo no thế sẽ bây giờ sao tao là lý giải贴有了một贴cho là cho nên họ là nó thế sẽ là有我tại tại đây nó tận đây nó thế cỡ cho thế nó đây nó chia nó tao lý giải nó giờ chỉ bị mua nó giờ cái bao nhiêu nó thiên là một trò tiền do hai tiền mua ít nó bự xí tư là mua cái giải cái cỡ là sao là mua kia là cho nên ô họ là nó cỡ là cỡ to ý là chỉ chia ấy thì kia to là lụa một tàu rong là bên mua tao giải cái ba cái là một tiền talent development program kia ấy do này support cho khả năng tôn chỉ là tí tao rồi cũ và một chỗ bên mua tao giải cái ba chắc là có skill based training kia sau này tao giá thao lò mà là sai cái xe tụi nên là cần đào bột bia bố mua cái bình sứ thiệp bữa giờ bữa xe rất là khó ví dụ tới đây nữa nó cái gì mà chán nên là ta tặng là mua chán nên họ lựa chọn là lúc bữa xí là cái là lúc tuổi xa nó thôi nhà nên lòng bao là rủ là thiệp cái rau bây giờ là mua là cái là mua rồi chùa cái xe chính nhà bây giờ đi chả thì bây giờ ba tàu cái lúc là lựa mua cái tàu lo mua thiệp sẽ kiếm tiền nên là mua họ lựa và là tàu tới đây nữa là cái tiền cho bé thiệp là chị cho khách trong với cái bát chuột nó nhiều chị do thì giống mong cái đó chi lý thôi vậy là đâu xứ với cái bát chuột nó giờ ba cho nên nguồn tiền nên họ lựa tiền cho bồi xài với mua cái công ty trả lời thiên này giờ.
Thank you, Marie. Marie, how can someone who's listening to us right now and say, hey, I want to connect I want to connect with Marie's team and get the support and have a conversation with them and find out how I can get these training and resources. Yeah, yeah, that's cho nên when tất phẩm luôn là thì cuối sáng chi Marie cuối sáng cho các team thà cho cái và phải chỗ này nhau họ tư nói. How can someone get connected with you and your team?
Okay, so I'm going to list out several opportunities to connect to me and to our team at the City of Minneapolis, as well as to our provider network. So I'm going to start at the top. If you are someone who is a job seeker, or if you're an employer, you can find more information on our city website. So we say for a start, please go to a computer and get on the internet, and you want to search in City of Minneapolis Employment and Training in the search bar, and that would bring you to our website. So it's City of Minneapolis Employment and Training in your search bar to go to that webpage. Secondly, job seekers can also visit the Cedar Riverside Opportunity Center and either of our Career Force locations online at careerforcemn.org. That's careerforcemn.org for information on those Career Force locations. It's really simple. When you get there, you can actually request an appointment to meet to do the things we've been talking about, resume prep, fill out applications, all of those things. So it's a great way to get connected to a one-to-one appointment at Career Force. I'm going to give the address of these different locations I was just talking about. So we have Cedar Riverside Opportunity Center at 505 15th Avenue South. That's 505 15th Avenue South in Minneapolis. Next is the North Career Force location at 800 West Broadway. That's 800 West Broadway in North Minneapolis. And then the third location is the South Career Force location, which is at 777 East Lake Street in South Minneapolis. Another option would be to sign up for our Job Seeker Bulletin newsletter, which is on our website, and it comes out at the beginning of every month. This is a really great resource to find out what's new. When are those hiring and job fairs that we were talking about? You can get the dates for those and find out when and where they're going to be at. It has information on what's coming up for trainings and often information on just what job postings are out there and what's available. Employers, if you are listening now, or if you're somebody who'd like to refer your employer to me, I would be more than happy to consult with employers on anything we've talked about today. Best way to do that is to reach me at marie.larson@minneapolismn.gov. And my name is Marie, MARIE.Larson, which is LARSON @minneapolismn.gov.
我领导那天还在那个要他被考，昨天昨天在读这个么超天天，真的在给把酒的那天要点那要Minneapolis 那。ấy nên sao muốn thiên nó chơi cả lo lý do sao cỡ ra là cả là chi nó lo nên muốn học khỏi nên là thiên muốn học lúc computer muốn đào tiền là cái city website City of Minneapolis Employment of Training nên nhảy search nó cái này tự đó học thiên họ thì anh đây nói tiền này sang thiên là chơi cả lấy cái tiền đó nên muốn học cái Cedar Riverside là lu nó bắt chuyện đấy chi son chi nhớ cho cái cổ chi Avenue South here lấy là cái Career Force MN.org here nên một chọn thì cái nào là của tao là muốn taoอยากcái ta chữa cho nó xuaอยากว่ากูอยากถามตรงนี้นู่นนอที่là một đợt tới thì biết cái Career Force rồi là cái cha nhỏ nhỏ đi qua West Broadway nhớ là từ North Minneapolis là giờ thì từ South Minneapolis giờ xa East Lake Street here nó nhỏ gì như là họ này là một chơi cho nó cái job fair ở bây giờ mua cho cái thì cái họ lừa rồi cái gì họ lừa rồi bây giờ rồi nó thì là giờ tiền này ít lúc tuổi xa ở sáng tiền này tôi họ lừa cho nên là cho ở sẽ đây thì tao cái đó cũng cái nói cho Maria.Larson at minneapolismn.org thì anh ấy tao tôi là cũng tôi xong tôi là cũng là tao thì
Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much for everything that you have shared with us and so gracefully coming on the radio show and share this information with us. Are there anything else that you wanted to add to our show today so that our listener can take advantage of all of the resources that you and your team have available at the city. 我常常到那个Maria的各种我叫路程，真是不能他做今天好旅天去打领导了，叫 resource 给把脚的你这个的人家不出对呀里呀，我知道他一个什么 share 了呀，我叫他们协助的你这个的人家的。
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me on and for letting me be part of your great program today. And it's really been my pleasure to be here and to share out all this important information, right? As you can hear from what I've been talking about, there are resources available to everybody at every stage of career. And we really encourage you listeners, our audience here today, to tell your friends, tell your neighbors, let people know. This is like important information and it's available to our residents of Minneapolis. So please, do come on in and take a look and see where you can fit. If you're not sure where to get started or you have questions, please let Michael know, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you to navigate this. I know this is a lot of information. It can feel like a lot. So don't feel overwhelmed, just feel hopefully encouraged and motivated and inspired to come and join us as we help to build the talent we need for all of our growing industries and businesses and getting everybody connected in the future. I do want to just finally mention that Work Northside is an up and coming campaign and it'll be out soon. And maybe I can join you again sometime or at least share some information, Michael, on this one, because Work Northside is really going to shine a spotlight on some growing businesses on the north side of Minneapolis. Often people don't know that we have a lot of opportunity in many sectors, including manufacturing, right? Home construction. There's so many different jobs that are growing on the north side right now that we're going to be doing some work to really bring those employers into the spotlight, bring them into visibility, and again, helping our residents to get connected to those really well-paying, high-quality jobs in North Minneapolis. So more to come on that, and just thank you so much.
Lina theo cho đó Michael cái tên là một chơi của chị sinh cha là một cho các công ty đó họ thì sẽ phảiပြောđón hôm nọ chứ mua cho chị cho nó work nó sai thì tại đây nó mà thì share thì có gì ta cũng thì ấy cũng là một công ty cho các một thằng cho họ work nó sai cho cái ba chuột nhá nó thì cũng vậy thì share thìนี่ช่วงจะตัวจะให้จะได้จะเจแล้วจะจะล้อจะยาวนี่ยันโดนหนอนี่ชาแต่เขาจะต้องยวนหนอเลยให้เจ้าหน้าจะกินจีละเจกะแล้วยาเดียนี่จะลากะเนี่ยเราถึงตื้นน่ะหรอปิ้งว่าจะกี่ป้าเท่านี้วันนี้เชื่อจริงๆเท่านี้จะกี่กันได้กันเด้อแล้วยาเดียนี่จะกี่ว่าเรากะที่อยากจะนอที่เท่านี้เราหมดถัดเตอที่นี่ที่เพิ่งยืดจะใช้จะเจเท่านี้จะตัวที่ชอบว่าเชื่อได้ที่มีติดต่อเรากูแล้วยาเดียติดต่อเราไม่กูไอ้ปิ้งยันแต่เนาะอยู่ช่างงานนี่มันเลยอยากตั้งแต่ว่าชอบ
Thank you so much, Maria, for taking time off your busy schedule to be on Hmong Radio WIXK to share very, very important information about employment and training resources available at the city of Minneapolis for all of the residents in the city of Minneapolis. And thank you so much. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
我叫Maria 个人这里个人多到时候，我觉得都当年这个的人家必须他做 employment training 叫给把觉得你这个的人家是的，我觉得讲呢 ，Thank you so much 看了年。这个的人家差到民间的，但是呢，要รู้ใจ的阿木跟到了，对到阿边นู้呢，一切木跟到对木到一轮ใจ用落了，是比较没对面有要叫阿木跟到呢，今年叫及时的，到时候一个了，查出叫 vaccination 咯，把的叫没有木跟到投入些的，阿都就叫木跟到的，一个去查摸去查几摸，去查摸跟去查到点 flu 点的 flu shot 咯。vaccination 要叫出差要得知道去走了要到木差个走到，那我牛子我找了个地方家就是十了都就是我叫呢，都了木龙必须谈弄到到伦敦 Minneapolis employment training resources 给把叫到这给贴好了，贴我好了，要伦敦 Minneapolis 叫路叫必须谈弄了，就叫种谈的叫那边必须要到 Minneapolis，但是等话以前的这个等你家呢要上到一条路必须谈说呢，在的那些要伦敦 Minneapolis 说等把你不用到那哈，是贴到那叫你这个等你家叫公有钱那要伦敦 Minneapolis 的，他个是人之间呢好像用，我跟那准备我 Michael 也是呀，后来呀，你要到伦敦 Minneapolis。how 你要好 neighborhood community relations department 好多时候懂得我要找一二百二下而已，别说找一二百二下而已，别说我给你 share 的去测生了，去找给那刚好让中文呀，不是给那个去给当路，给都讲述，给我拦路，给我路晒去导游，给前两条给一不在呀，要的你 share 好多那去报给 chỉ có ba chuẩn trong này là hậu trong Minneapolis cú sát tông tôi cú mà ba nên chia cho cái ba ở trong này cú tôi sẽ chỉ bây giờ mong lo giá là khám mình thắc rằng nhớ là họ cú đi vào mình là giờ nó sung can của họ lử nhớ rong trong Minneapolis 我正在 talk 是人，只给那很那种，甚至多了年了少，要说那。